When they were found in 1974, they were found by accident, first of all. They're one of the most important discoveries in the 20th century as far as archaeology goes. But like most archaeological discoveries, they are made by accident. In this case, the people that found these warriors, or at least one of them, were farmers, and they were digging water wells. And as they were digging down, all of a sudden there's parts of people coming up, except there were bones, there were terracotta pieces of warriors. They're between 6 feet and 6.5 feet tall. The tallest ones supposedly are generals, but you get a good idea of what that must have looked like when the emperor took in a review of his troops, for example. And 8,000, that's a lot of people, but they must have had a larger number. So being able to see on display this huge array in various, as they call them, pits or exhibit halls currently, is a segment of the Chinese army at the time, with the soldiers standing to attention in various poses. You have foot soldiers, you have lieutenants and generals, you have people on horses, you have people in chariots. There is even, I understand, a general staff, a different section of the excavations where the generals or the terracotta warriors representing the ranking officers were put on, not on display, but were buried. We are now capable of seeing at the museum in Xi'an 8,000 warriors. There may be more of them that are buried still, but they are on display. And what they show is the army that went into the tomb with the first emperor of China. This is more than 2,200 years ago. And what it shows us today is that the emperor at the time had enormous powers. Because he was so powerful, he was able to push through a number of reforms, some of them for the better, some of them maybe not. On the other hand, he was able to initiate, among other things, not just the tomb in which he was buried, but also the beginnings of the famous Great Wall of China, which of course extended for thousands of miles later on over many, many centuries after him. The exhibition will have at its core the 20 terracotta individuals, warriors, court attendants, jesters. There will be horses, there will be a chariot, but there will be about 120 artifacts as well related to the time period. This is going to be about the first emperor, beginnings of what we know to be China, Imperial China. It's a very long, very rich history. There's a lot that went on before, there's a lot that went on afterwards. But the core is the display of these warriors and the terracotta figurines in general. Otherwise there'll be other Chinaware, there will be metal objects that will fill in the blanks in a sense. And we will have, no doubt, also immersive environments through which you can walk, and so you get a feel of what it's like to be at the time in a certain place in China. I don't think we'll put people in a tomb, but you never know. Come check it out.